1, 2, 1, 2. And we are live. Welcome for this weekly live stream on the latest and greatest news in Ethereum and DeFi. I do this every Monday at 11 p.m. UTC plus 8. And in this video, I'm going to be talking of Ether that reaches a new all-time high. We will discuss where Ethereum is going next with a clear price target. Then we're going to discuss Pornhub that moves to crypto. So finally, I can find something useful to do for my XRP. I'm so happy. Next, we're going to talk of a new stablecoin project coming from a founder of the YC. So this project is really going to be huge. Then we're going to be talking of the NFT market, which set new record this week. So every week is getting crazier and crazier. And there are a ton of other news. So this week is really busy in crypto. Super important to follow. If you don't know me, I'm Julian, your host. And on my channel, Eat the Blocks, I teach blockchain development and how to find your first blockchain job. And if you are new here, make sure to follow my training on how to find your first blockchain job here. It's totally free. And if you're a little bit more experimented, check out my course on DeFi. So hi people in the chat, Abracadabra, Nad, Vera, Pandi, Jules, Gary, Turkey Neck. We have a lot of people tonight. It's great. So first, let's see the price of Ether. So we had a bit of a roller coaster this week, but we reached finally a new all-time high at $1,450. And so there are 4 reasons to be really bullish about Ether for the future. So first, there is a new EIP 1559. So if you never heard what's an EIP, that's basically an improvement proposal. So it's like an update of Ethereum if you want. So this update will make Ethereum deflationary. Oh damn, I don't know how to say that. Well, anyway, it's like the inverse of inflationary. So it means the supply of the currency will go down, which will make the price increase. So that's really a big bullish element. Then we have Ethereum 2.0 phase 1, so the next phase of Ethereum 2, which will probably be launched this year. So that will boost the confidence for the network. Then we also have Ethereum futures that will be launched on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, so the CME, which is the world's biggest exchange for derivatives. So this will make it easier for institutionals to get an exposure to ETH. So like Bitcoin, right now they have a ton of institutionals that have a lot of Bitcoin. So in the future, this will also happen to Ethereum. And also, we're going to see some asset rotation from Bitcoin to ETH. So that's the 3rd week in a row where Ether beats Bitcoin. This hasn't happened in a long time. So as Bitcoin increases a lot, it's becoming more and more harder for Bitcoin to keep increasing because the market cap is bigger and bigger. So what people do is they sell their assets, they sell some of their win on Bitcoin, they reinvest in Ether, and it will keep trickling down in smaller asset like altcoin, DeFi, etc. Alright, so here is a price target for some market research company, Fundstrat, which think Ether will reach $10.5K. So I mean, I really wonder why they came up with this figure, $10,500. It's so specific, right? So they are not the only one who talk about the price target at around 10K, and it doesn't matter that it's a realistic prediction or not. What matters is that the same figure started to be leaked to the public, so that it started to become a self-fulfilling prophecy. So all of this is super good. I want to see more media that just keep repeating, hey guys, Ethereum is going to reach 10K, so that the mainstream start to buy in. Also, another important metric, so Ethereum just passed Wells Fargo, Citigroup, Morgan Stanley in the market cap. So that's really huge. It really tells you that Ethereum is becoming bigger than some banks. So it's a super important milestone. Let's see for next. So I find this news very important. Money creation. So there was 70% of the money in existence that was printed in the last 12 months. So that's just so insane. I really find it hard to believe. I really wonder, like, if is it a fake news or what? But can you imagine in terms of inflation? It's just insane. I know that there is also a couple of dollar indices that start to go down. So these are indices that measure how well the dollar is doing versus other currency. So that really tells you that we have this crazy inflation that is coming, and people start to notice. So it will really drive even more people to crypto and Ethereum. Next, let's have a quick look at the gas price. So this is pretty flat. We are on a high plateau here. So gas price haven't really reached the peak of the DeFi summer craze here, even though in absolute value we are probably already higher because Ether is already much higher. It will probably keep going up, which will force people to make trades bigger and bigger, and which will give a leg up to the competition. So Binance Smart Chain, Polkadot, etc. So, but I mean, we knew this. We knew the gas price problem is not going to be solved overnight. All right, so next, let's see the situation on Ethereum 2.0. So we have $4 billion that is locked in Ethereum 2.0 now. It's absolutely huge. And in terms of yield, we are now at about 9.3%. So it keeps going down as more and more people lock their ETH. So it's a huge vote of confidence to have so much money locked for Ethereum 2.0. So I always like to check Beacon scan. So that's basically Ether scan for Ethereum 2.0. It can show you how well we are doing. So here, participation chart, like the network is going well, all the validators mine as usual. In terms of active validators, so we have a queue. That means we keep having new people who apply to become validators. So at some point the queue started to get smaller, but now it gets bigger again. So it's good to see here a lot of interest. Okay, so next we're gonna see the situation for the DeFi market. So a new record this week at 26.5 billion. This is really amazing, and it's not just due to the increase of Ether, but it's also the number of Ether that is invested in DeFi is also going up. So I really want to see this chart here that keeps going up, maybe back to level we saw in November. So super good here. So yeah, Maker is still the first DeFi protocol. Aave now number 2. Compound Uniswap fell a little bit. Uniswap that got some liquidity sucked by SushiSwap. I will talk more about this later. Yeah, Curve Finance doing super well. Synthetics, yeah, it was higher last week, but yeah, we saw like a lot of movement here in the top DeFi protocol. Okay, so next, let's see the rates for this week. So we have some crazy 15% for DAI on Aave, 13% for USDC on Aave, super good. Almost 10% USDC on DYDX. Here Tether, yeah. So this week clearly Aave is giving us the best yield. So you can see you can really make quite a nice yield by just lending your crypto just by doing something simple. Okay, so next we're gonna see the winners and the loser for the top DeFi token. So we have mostly green this week. It's very difficult to find some red. So really an amazing week for crypto. Dodo plus 100%, Alpha 100%, DDX don't know, XVS don't know, LON don't know. I mean, every week, like it's like you have so many new tokens. It's really difficult to know all of them. MPH, this is a sort of fixed rate version of Compound. This was already doing well for a couple of weeks. Saffron, that's one is really a roller coaster. Like 1 week is green, the next week is red, super volatile. Hejik, this is a protocol for derivatives, doing super well. Aave is doing well. Like yeah, I mean all the blue chip of DeFi really doing well. Uni is doing well. And how about the loser? Show me the loser. So the loser, not many famous names. So keeper of Andre Cohn here, Wi-Fi, yeah, because like there is some drama with Yearn Finance. I will talk more about it after. 0x, we never hear much about 0x. Yeah, so all the Bitcoin stuff are a bit down because Bitcoin is down. Yeah, but we don't see a lot of famous protocol in the red here. Okay, so next, let's continue with the news of the update for specific DeFi projects. So first, Uniswap registers some record trading volume in January. So here it's going to be the monthly all-time high of 25 billion, which is pretty amazing. Uniswap now is the fourth largest cryptocurrency spot venue in the world. Wow, that is huge. And it has 50% of the decentralized trading protocol market share. Yeah, I mean, so really trading, it's a winner-take-all kind of market. That's why the number one has such a dominant position. And I saw another stat saying that Uniswap trading volume is now 2% of the New York Stock Exchange. So I couldn't find the source on this, but I think I saw it on Twitter. But if this is true, that's huge. I mean, can you believe it? Like 2% now. It means at the end of the year, it could be like, I don't know, like 20, 30%. And when this happened, I can tell you that the guy on the New York Stock Exchange, like they will start to panic. Like they will seriously start to pay attention to DeFi, because now we're not joking anymore. Okay, so talking of decentralized exchange, we have some reports that a lot of centralized exchanges are dying, the ones who are not regulated, because there will be more and more of this exchange targeted by the regulators in the US, like we saw with BitMEX last year. So all of this trading volume is going to DeFi and DEXs like Uniswap. Okay, so next we're going to talk of the Yearn Finance drama. So Yearn Finance, if you've never heard about it, it's really one of the top DeFi project. That's a yield aggregator. So they basically constantly reallocate their investment to guarantee you the highest return on investment. It's like an automated investing robot, if you want, robot advisor. So there is a new proposal to print more Wi-Fi token, which is the governance token of Yearn. And so this would be used to reward the core developers of Yearn Finance who didn't get a lot of tokens when the project was first launched. But it seems that the whales who have a lot of Wi-Fi are not too keen to print this new Wi-Fi token, because it would effectively be a transfer of value from their token to the devs. So I think the whales are not being very smart here, because the core devs of Yearn Finance already gave them so much value. They did this for free, so it's only fair that the devs get paid as well. So if the whale insists on not paying the devs will leave for another project and the value of Wi-Fi will collapse. So even if the whales are totally selfish, even with their own selfish interests, they should make sure that they keep the core devs happy. I mean, people don't realize, like in this technical field, the power is in the hand of developers. Some investors don't get it. Just because you have money doesn't mean that you control everything. Okay, so next, some news of a new project, Saddle Finance. So that's a new automated market maker that will compete with Curve Finance. So the main feature is reduced slippage, which means trades will be less costly for traders, especially whales. So they focus on stable coins with pools for RAB BTC, Gen BTC, etc. I mean pools of tokens that are the same. So, however, in the future, they also plan to release pools for Ethereum tokens. So if they manage to reduce the slippage or assets that are tokens, this will be a real innovation compared to Curve Finance, which just have pool of the same token. So is this project legit? So Saddle Finance was launched by Thesis, which is a crypto venture studio that has been behind some popular projects like TBTC, Keep and Fold. So They also have done 3 smart contract audits with 30 Coinstamp and Open Zeppelin, which are, I mean, if you never heard about them, these are some really reputable auditing company. So hopefully there won't be any hack in the smart contract. They also have raised 4.3 million from VCs, and they potentially will bring a real innovation for DeFi, which is reduced slippage for tokens. So I mean, for me, all the indicators are really in the green for this project. Unfortunately, there is no token to invest, at least at the beginning. So the only way to get exposure is to be a liquidity provider at the moment. And maybe in the future, they will release their token. Okay, so next, another new project, Reserve Protocol. So it's a new crypto project of Sam Altman. Sam Altman is one of the founder of YC, which is a very high-profile VC in Silicon Valley. So Reserve is a stablecoin. At first, they will have a pool of stablecoin as a collateral. So that's what we call a meta stablecoin. And this collateral will back the stablecoin with a ratio of 1-to-1. So later, they want to move to a more diverse pool of collateral assets. So the stablecoin will maintain its peg thanks to arbitrage. So for example, if on secondary market, the stablecoin trade below $1, arbitrager will be able to make a profit by buying the stablecoin on the secondary market, redeeming the stablecoin against the equivalent amount of collateral. So the price used for redemption is always at parity, which means one stablecoin can always be redeemed against $1 of collateral. So in the end, arbitrager will make a profit. So as they do this arbitrage more and more, it will reset the price on secondary market to the normal price. So conversely, if on secondary market the stablecoin trades above $1, you can do the arbitrage in the other direction by creating some new stablecoin and selling them on the secondary market. So it's not the first stablecoin to be launched, and it might not bring anything new in terms of tech, but the fact that it's supported by Sam Altman, which has a huge network, who is really a big figure in the Silicon Valley. He has access to lawyers, etc. It really makes me super bullish on this project. They will have a reserve token that is used to adjust collateral reserve. So that would be the way to bet on that project. Side note, Sam Altman, which is one of the founder of the Reserve Protocol, he did a famous series of lecture at Stanford on how to start a startup. So you can find this on YouTube if you type how to start a startup. There is a dedicated channel. It's really, I think, a must watch for tech entrepreneurs. I mean, I learned so much from this series. It totally changed a lot of the preconceived ideas I had about entrepreneurship. So go watch this series, awesome. Then we're gonna continue with Charm. So Charm is a new decentralized options protocol. So there were already many derivative DeFi protocol launched recently, but what makes this one really special is a couple of things. So first, the price is determined purely by supply and demand. It doesn't rely on any external oracle for pricing. That means there are no risk of hacking the protocol with a flash loan where you manipulate the reference price of an asset. This is super important. Options can be sold at any time before expiry, which means it's more flexible if the market condition change. The options can be shorted. That means you can do more advanced option strategies, like you can bet on the decrease of the volatility of market. Also, they have low slippage. That means that a single liquidity pool can provide option with different strike price. So they say that it's going to solve the problem of the fragmentation where liquidity and volume tend to split across many combinations of strike and expiry. So it's basically just to make it more simple, because options are more customized product, it's difficult to really create a unified market, and so very often it's very, very fragmented. So thanks to the new organization, there will be more liquidity, which means it's cheaper to trade the option. And option that expire in the money, so that means at the end, options that are worth something, they will be automatically exercised. So That means you don't have to worry about forgetting to exercise your option. So that also means you don't need to spend some gas to exercise your option, so it's cheaper. And positions are represented as ERC20 tokens, so they can be composed easily with other protocols. So it's very important because it gives offers some potential opportunity for yield farming. And I mean, that's really something that DeFi investor really expect. So big warning, this project is unaudited. So careful if you use it, and there is no token for the project yet. Then, so I saw this warning for a builder in the crypto derivatives industry. So this is a warning to not repeat the same mistakes as before. So because now we start to see like more and more DeFi project for derivatives. So in 2008, the financial crisis was caused by the derivatives market. And now we start to see all these new DeFi derivatives protocols. So we should not make the same mistake. So I think that regulators will be super cautious about derivatives in DeFi, like we saw in the UK a couple of weeks ago, where the government just outright banned all DeFi derivatives because they're really scared of them. So even though DeFi derivatives is really one of the most promising field in DeFi, there will be a lot of turbulences before all these protocols stabilize. There's gonna be a lot of experiment, and potentially, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be some catastrophic failure this year involving a DeFi derivative protocol. That is for sure. So be super careful if you invest in DeFi derivatives. Then Aave on Matic. So Aave tokens will be tradable on Matic, which is a L2 scaling solution. So there was a bridge that was built between mainnet and Matic, and that was built by Aave Gochi. Aave Gochi, it's a new kind of game with integration with DeFi. So it's like kind of a game between, kind of a crossover between game and DeFi. I already talked about it last week. It's a super interesting game, super innovative. So just to be clear, the bridge is between mainnet and Matic is not built by Aave. It's built by another team, Aave Gochi, but Aave will still benefit from it. So if in the future we start to see a lot of trading happening on Matic, it might convince Aave to move there. So currently we have two sidechains that seems to have some traction to attract some DeFi project, is Matic and Optimism, with Synthetics already moving to Optimism. So we will see which sidechain is going to win at the end, but hopefully it's just one sidechain that is stronger than all the other, or maybe we'll have some sort of solution to unify all of this sidechain. But if it starts to fragment liquidity, it's going to be a problem. Okay. So next, let's talk of NFT. So DappRadar released this estimator to estimate the value of NFT. So price discovery for NFT is really one of the major problems in the industry, because for fungible assets like ERC20, we have markets, so we always know their price, but for non-fungible tokens, everybody has different opinions about their price. So this tool is super useful. So this tool only supports CryptoPunk at the moment, but they will probably add more NFT in the future. So it's super simple to use. You just select here the collection, then you copy paste the URL, check price, and it will give you an estimation. So it's going to be super bullish for NFT and CryptoPunk, because now traders, they can buy with more confidence. So you will see more liquidity with CryptoPunk to start with. And if you are interested in how to value an NFT, check out this article of DappRadar. So they show you how to value a CryptoPunk. It's super interesting. Talking of CryptoPunk, so there is a new record that was set last week with a CryptoPunk sold for 761K. So it was bought by Flamingo DAO, which is a DAO specialized in NFT, I believe. So we keep setting new record week after week. Okay, still in NFT, we're gonna talk of NFTX. So NFTX, this is a protocol that allows to make NFT fungible. That's what we call refungible token. This allows you to buy a fraction of a NFT represented as an ERC20 token. So it's good for people who don't have enough money to buy a whole NFT because we are not all willing to spend like $1 million for a bunch of pixel, okay? And also it's great for price discovery because when you have secondary market for this ERC20 token, then you can just let the secondary market decide what is the price of the NFT. So this potentially can replace auction. This can give you a much more accurate price. So I believe in the future, most NFT will be traded that way. So they had their liquidity on Uniswap, but they were convinced by SushiSwap. I always have trouble saying it. SushiSwap. So they were convinced by SushiSwap to move there because they can get some sushi tokens. So SushiSwap is aggressively doing some business development to take some liquidity from Uniswap. So, I mean, I think we'll see some reaction from Uniswap with maybe more incentives for liquidity providers. I mean, really, you can see there is a war going on between Uniswap and SushiSwap. This is getting serious. So by the way, on my channel, I have a tutorial on refungible tokens. So if you want to learn how to build something similar to NFTX, check out this tutorial. Okay, so next, I found an interesting Twitter thread on investment. So super good Twitter thread for how VC investments are done in crypto. So in a nutshell, there is a ton of money coming to crypto. There aren't enough companies for investors. So investors really have to fight. So if you're a serious guy, serious developer, you can get 1-2 million in investment, no problem. Even while you are still a very early stage, it's totally possible. It's not going to last forever. So really now you have your golden time frame really. So if you want to launch your project, your own blockchain project, your own DeFi project, check out this thread. You're gonna learn a lot of things. Okay, so next we're gonna talk of all the blockchain a little bit. So Tron, which is basically a copy paste of Ethereum. So the trading of Tether on Tron overtakes Ethereum. So this is because of the high gas fees on Ethereum. So yeah, actually many people don't know, but Tether is on several blockchains. So actually don't know exactly how it works. If you have some Tether on Ethereum and you want to move it to Tether on Tron, do you have to use a bridge or is it mirrored automatically? It'd be interesting to know. But just to be clear, I'm not really worried about Tron. I really don't think they have anything special. It's just a copy paste of Ethereum with a lower fee. I think Binance Smart Chain represent a bigger threat than Tron, but really middle long term, there is no threat at all. Once ETH 2.0 is released, it's just game over for all of this. For all of this copy paste of Ethereum, seriously. Okay, so next, guys, finally the most important piece of news. Let me see. Oh no, sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, now first, we're gonna talk of Bitcoin. Okay. So Bitcoin. So there was a rumor of a double spend last week. So double spend means that basically we are able to spend 2 times the same Bitcoin, which obviously is a huge failure of the blockchain. If that ever happened, I mean, I can tell you the price of Bitcoin is going to drop to 0. So fortunately, that was just a rumor that's false. So Bitcoin is fine, but some company, some CEO somewhere who had some Bitcoin in his treasury, he believed the news and and he sold his Bitcoin. Yeah, so yeah, careful when you listen to the news. There are a lot of bullshit going on Twitter. I mean, always double check, okay? So then finally, the most important piece of news of this week, Pornhub. Yes, so Pornhub added XRP, BNB, USDC, and Dogecoin in their payment options. So this comes in the context of many payment processors that are closing their door to Pornhub. So, okay guys, okay, so we are moving Eat the Blocks to Pornhub. I think it's just more convenient for payment, right? No, but seriously, it's really good for crypto because I mean, internet pretty much got started with porn. So many people don't know, but that's how it started. So we could bootstrap mainstream adoption with porn. So I'm super curious to get some data in a couple of months to see what's the adoption of crypto payment of Pornhub. Yeah, so very interesting development here. Okay, so next, some news about IPFS. So IPFS is a privacy-focused browser. They're famous for having introduced a new model of advertisement where publishers are paid according to the time viewers spend consuming their content using the BAT token. So this is the browser of Brendan Eich, who is the creator of JavaScript and ex-CTO of Mozilla. So obviously someone really good guy. So Brave now support IPFS. If you've never heard of IPFS, this is a decentralized file system. So by default, Brave will load the IPFS data using a public HTTP gateway. But if you want something even more secure, it's also possible to run your own IPFS node locally, and you configure Brave to connect to it. So yeah, it's great for the adoption of IPFS. So I don't know if Chrome is going to implement the feature as well, because potentially there might be some regulatory problem with IPFS for restricting access to certain kind of content. I don't know, but yeah, it's really good to see web browser like adopting adding feature for crypto. Is really going to help a lot for adoption. Okay, so next, some news about regulations. So this lady, Yearn, is the new Secretary of Treasury for the Biden administration. So we know that in 2021 will be the year where regulators will create a lot of new rules for crypto. So in this context, it's super important to know what is the position of the Secretary of the Treasury. So she said that she thinks cryptocurrencies are a serious danger because they are used mainly for illicit financing. But in another article later, she also said that stablecoins and crypto could help the financial system. So it seems to me that she doesn't really know much about crypto. So maybe there was some advisor that explained her how it worked, I don't know, and she decided to make another statement to backtrack a bit. But in any case, she's giving mixed signals, so it's a bit early to tell if she will be pro or against crypto. But it's important to follow what she says, because she's going to have a major impact on crypto regulation. Okay. And this week, not much news for developers, so I will directly switch to continue with the Q&A. Yeah, so let me just quickly copy and paste the two links. So if you want to learn how to become a blockchain developer, check out the free training here. And if you're already know blockchain development, you want to learn DeFi, check out my DeFi course here. Okay, so let me scroll up. So Abracadabra, I know, asked me many times to cover ERC 31337. So I did some research, but I find almost no info on that. So if you can give me another keyword, I can look at it. But yeah, like I didn't find any really, it's not many people are talking about this. Okay, so let me see. Question. THX, hey Julian, I'm having trouble getting into Discord in your class. Okay, send me an email at Julian. Okay, I put it in the chat. Okay, Julian at eattheblocks.com. Okay, send me an email at THX. Okay. Let me see. Turkey saying, I was going to ask about the deflationary proposal to ETH. Do you believe that is what is skyrocketing the price. I mean, it's one of the element. Is not the only one. I think what is skyrocketing the price is the combination of the. I gave like 3 or 4 reasons. It's more a combination, but clearly like we have more momentum now in ETH than in Bitcoin. So we start to see the effect of what we call the altcoin season, where some of the money of Bitcoin is going to ETH. So this is also a big reason. Okay, so abracadabra. Question for Julian. Any news about ERC 3137? Okay, I just answered this before. Okay. Turkey Neck saying ready for our backs to pump. Yes, I am ready. I'm very ready. Turkey Neck, which altcoin you think will reach top 10 by the end of the first quarter? Altcoin. So maybe Polkadot. I had a look at Polkadot and I like the tech. So yeah, it's outside of Ethereum. In terms of tech, I really like Polkadot. But you know, it's possible that a lot of DeFi coin will be above a lot of the altcoin, because really you have a lot of altcoin that actually are a zombie chain, so their valuation is totally unjustified. So logically, we should see some money going from this altcoin to DeFi coin. Gary, how does your crystal ball say about Chainlink you think will reach Chainlink reaching? Okay, I didn't make a calculation about this, but all I know is that Chainlink is very, very dominant in Oracle now. So I really trust the underlying tech, but I didn't do any estimation for evaluation. Abracadabra, question for Julian. What is your opinion at project as Travala and the token Aave for staking? You are getting huge APY and discount for flight and hotel booking. Okay, I didn't check that. Oh man, I feel so bad for Abracadabra. Every time you ask me a question, I cannot answer. But yeah, I will make a note for this thing, Travala. Flavio saying, what do you guys think about Elrond? Also, don't know. I mean, this is so terrible. Like, I spent so much time doing so much research, but just crypto goes so fast. Like, you can spend a whole week doing some research and then you still don't know like half of it. Seriously. Vishal, hi from India. Hi Vishal. Vishal, I don't know how to start study for blockchain. Well, check my training on how to become a blockchain developer. I put the link in the chat. You can see at the very top. Okay. Let me see. I read about a major bank getting ready to launch its own cryptocurrency by spring. Read it on RT. So I'm not really sure that bank can really get any adoption if they roll out their own crypto. I think governments can do it, but I don't really think it makes sense for a bank to create its own private network, because otherwise it really doesn't make any difference with now. It's already what's happening now. Kila, why are the gas price so high? Well, it's because of trading, because of the high price on Ether. Everybody's buying, selling. Okay, Gary saying, hey, when are you doing the Pac-Man NFT? Yeah, I mean, I saw Ivan Tech with who keeps selling his what's that? A big boy spent NFT. So yeah, maybe I could do something similar. Yeah, maybe I should ask in the Eat the Blocks community if there are any artists that could do something cool with Pac-Man. Okay, Hamed, hello from Iran. Yeah, hell man. Batman saying NFTX is the boom fire, still undiscovered by masses. Yes. Yeah, I think it's typically the kind of project that will benefit a lot from the boom of NFT. That is for sure. Jose, what is the difference between XDAI chain and zero knowledge rollup optimistic? Optimistic is a more recent technology. So XDAI chain, that's something that was started a long time ago. So I don't think they're really competitive compared to the more modern option. Okay, so then Gary said, as soon as I get your course and I finish it, perhaps I can get 1 million of investment. Yeah, Gary. I mean, maybe you saying this, you don't believe it 100%, but be aware that there is one guy in one of the alumni of Eat the Blocks. He took my course, I think, 1 year ago, something like this, and he got $1 million in investment. He's the CEO of Future Swap, so yeah, it's totally possible. Okay. Then. Let me see. Ayo Deji saying you can use a centralized exchange to move your tether between Tron and Ethereum. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Turkey neck. As always, the adult industry is always at the forefront of technology. Yes. Okay. Turkey next saying IPFS same as Falcon. So IPFS is the base protocol and Falcon is built on top of IPFS. Okay. Then let me see. Question for Julian. The project behind ERC 31337 is Rootkit. Okay, so I'll do some research on Rootkit and hopefully I can find more info. Daniel thought about value DeFi. Also don't know about that one. Aave, other best use case other than DeFi for Ethereum, you mean? You can check my video last week about how Ethereum work, and I talk of the different use case for Ethereum. Jim Miller, do you teach the Clarity smart contract language for Bitcoin? Thanks. No, I don't. A long time ago, I checked out programming on Bitcoin, but really that's the development tools are just not there, and nobody's doing it. So I mean, yeah, it's maybe as a developer it can be interesting if you're curious, but really these kind of skills will not really help you on the market to find a job. So I don't really recommend to waste time on this. Daniel, I'm a huge fan of the DOS network. Yeah, so I mean, there is a lot of things outside of Ethereum that I haven't researched. Abracadabra, question for Julian. Any thought about Bondly? I also haven't researched that. But don't worry, guys. Like I'll make notes. Like when you ask me a question and I don't know the answer, I'll make notes, and hopefully I can talk more about this project next week. Jake, are you into Decentraland? DJ governance token has made some big moves in a short time. I'm not, but maybe I should be, because I think there is this. I found a YouTube channel of this guy who buys property on Decentraland, and the guy made so much money. So yeah, it's really interesting. I think if you know what you're doing on Decentraland, it can be extremely profitable. But you have to be willing to spend a lot of money for a virtual property. So it's not for everyone. It's really for people who have big bags. Right? I mean, if you're just a normal guy with just normal money to invest, I would say like be careful with that. Let me see. THX, I email you. Okay, I will check your email. Jose, do you think that there would be a hard fork on Ethereum when ETH 2.0 begins in its last phase? No, there is no reason for that. There aren't two factions in Ethereum. Like everybody agree with what's happening. So yeah, it's not like Bitcoin with all the bullshit. It's like, oh, we should do a big block or we should do a small block. Like they just arc for some detail, but they don't do anything meaningful. No, on Ethereum, the community is mature. Everybody is agree with what needs to be done, so there won't be any fork. Abby, so you choose Ethereum over others? Yeah, I mean, it's not just me. I mean, right now the market is clearly choosing Ethereum, and in terms of activity, like most of the blockchain application, they are on Ethereum. Most of the DeFi industry. So yeah, it's Ethereum is number one. Even though in the media you keep hearing about the Bitcoin, but actually Ethereum is really undervalued. Hamed, He's saying he's run on Ethereum contract and getting flash loan. I'm not sure I understand your question, but on my channel you'll find many videos about flash loan. Dentas, saludos de Brazil, saludos Dentas. And you see, guys, I can speak Brazilian. I can speak Portuguese. Great. It's saludos means hi. Am I good? Joking. Then. Turkey, as always, the more risk, the greater the reward. Indeed. Abracadabra. See you next time, Julian. Thanks for stream. Hey, see you next time, Abracadabra. Get together. Channeling Trust to be announced soon by Grayscale. Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, I forgot about this news. Should have mentioned this. I mean, okay, like they haven't announced they will create a trust. It's just that they have done some legal filing, but they said that they regularly do this filing, but it doesn't mean they will follow up with an actual fund. So we have to wait. But yeah, it's super good to see Grayscale, who seem more and more interested in Ethereum and DeFi. Hamed is asking me if we can make money with a flash loan. Yeah, you'll find many videos about this on my channel. Like, for example, I explain how someone made is it 12 million? I mean, basically, I explained a couple of flash loans who made money. I think I explained one of them that made 12 million. Yeah, so check my channel. You'll see many stuff about flash loan. Gary said, do you believe whales are accumulating ETH? We don't have much data on this, but it's everybody's waiting for MicroStrategy to make a move on ETH, but I believe this is about to start, especially. So next month we're gonna have futures for Ethereum that will be launched on the CME, so Chicago Mercantile Exchange, and with this it's gonna be much easier for institutional to get exposure to Ethereum. Jose, what do you think the miners of Ethereum will do because they don't agree about EIP 1559? I don't know. Well, maybe they will be able to negotiate that we don't burn the base fee. But the thing is, it's not clear that they will lose, because even though they receive less fee, but the value of Ether will go up. So that means that what they still get in transaction fee is worth more. So I'm not even sure that they will actually lose from this. But in any case, I don't think it's gonna be something so important, because we're gonna switch to because we are going to migrate to proof of stake on Ethereum 2.0, so it's going to be a different system. So yeah, I believe that big companies are developing blockchain solution or are just investing in cryptocurrencies. Both. Gary, have you used Glassnode? What is no, I haven't used Glassnode. When did you receive your first ETH? I think my first ETH was a payment for one of my courses, probably maybe 2 years ago, something like this. But I keep receiving ETH when because some people, they prefer to use ETH to pay for my course. But yeah, I just keep my ETH right now. Kim saying, Julian, do you think about the Create ETH app library? Did you try it already? I tried it. I found it a little bit too complex. Yeah. Okay, so guys, I think we are going to wrap it up here. So thank you very much for coming to my stream. I do this every Monday at 11 p.m. UTC +8. So come back next week. And if you're new here, as I said before, check out my training. Okay, so oops, wrong link. So this is my advanced course for DeFi development. But if you are new here, make sure to take my free training for how to become a blockchain dev. Tukinek, tell me, have you mined? And yes, which coin? Oh, I've mined a long time ago on Monero, but yeah, it wasn't easy. Okay, guys. So yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. Thanks, guy, and I'll see you later this week on my channel. Bye. Have a great day.